Hi there, my name is Kason Clark, and I want to thank all of you for coming out today and honoring an individual that is near and dear to my heart. And that is my Grammy, Ngawati Chase Clark. Now, she had a saying, and that was, if you want to have a good life, have a good day. And that is a motto that she lived by throughout her life, and I believe we can learn something from that. As a little girl, growing up in Taupo, New Zealand, in the rural hillside, she did not have a lot of opportunities. And as a teenager, when she moved in with a new family and learned English and about God for the first time, her world was opened. Now, she was given the task to become a nurse, something that was quite impossible for someone of her background at the time. But she set her head down and she got to it. With perseverance and diligence, she made it happen. Imagine being asked to do something that is very, very difficult, and yet you have to work 4 times harder to do it than everyone else does. That doesn't seem fair, does it? Most people would just throw their hands in the air and say, I give up, I quit, I'm done. Not her. She continued. She took it one day at a time. Now, her and her husband were influential on the church building projects in the Commonwealth. Their first project was in New Zealand on the New Zealand Hamilton Temple. There was a time where she was in the temple and she was scrubbing the baptismal font, and they were trying to get it ready for the next day. And she was having terrible stomach pains, but they were working through the night. Well, she passed out in pain, and they ended up having to take her to the hospital and have her appendix removed. How did she get through that kind of pain when probably I couldn't have? 1 minute at a time. She was a remarkable woman. I know with personal experience in my life, there was a time when they came to visit us and take care of us while our parents went away for a couple of weeks. I was given what seemed to me as the impossible task of taming this overgrown garden, this jungle infested, what you could call it a garden, but it didn't look like one. And with trepidation and fear, I looked at that mess and I said, there's no way I can do this. I was sweating, I was crying, and I was about to give up. My grandmother, seeing my plea, came over to me and said, grandson, why don't you just do this? And she took a stick and she cut out a small square out of the garden. And she said, just weed that. And I said, well, that seems easy enough, so I did it. And then she did it again, another square. And I did that. And then she repeated the process again and again, and, well, you get the point. She taught me what she had learned long ago of taking life one step at a time, one square at a time. This was an amazing thing, and it's influenced my life greatly. I just want to thank all of you for being here. And I know every single one of us has challenges. All of us are going through problems, struggles. All of us have an insurmountable task ahead of us. And we're all asking the same question. How is this going to happen? I can't do this. This isn't fair. I'm going to tell you what I know she would tell me if she were here. You can do this. Just take it one step at a time. Just take it one day at a time. You want to have a good life? Have one good day. We all love you, Grammy. We honor you. And we're all going to take up your charge and live it one day at a time.